Has anyone ever eaten a raw egg?
No.
No.
It's awful. It's so bad. I think semen tastes better.
Max, retell your egg story.
Have you tried?
Because you got quite passionate.
Yes.
before.
Wait, who hasn't tried their own semen?
Me? No.
Me.
You're weird, George.
Man,
How the fuck did we go from eggs to tasting your own cum in the space of 30 seconds?
Because we're classy people. Can we have a repeat of the egg story just for Max's
We can make that our first topic.
Asian accent?
No.
Now that all
Yeah,
the
get
toilet
taken
rolls
down
gone,
before
what
we
else
even get
is
more than
being
10
taken?
viewers.
Now that they've run out of all toilet roll, what else are they going to start hoarding? All
Why is-
crazy people.
Out of all the things that you would have thought they would have taken, why the fuck are they all taking eggs? It makes no sense.
I think people
it's
think they're
'cause
going to bake.
They last for a long time, I think.
No, I get
As
that.
food.
eggs? They last for like 2 weeks.
If that.
Yeah.
Yeah. My eggs
I think-
expire on 5th of April.
Well, they last longer than other foodstuffs, I think.
Oh,
Do
compared
they?
to like
But
pasta,
they're-
rice, tin food. No.
Yeah, but those are all fairly plain. Eggs are like a nice bit of protein that lasts quite a while. Anything else will sort of
I
go
suppose
stale
so.
pretty quickly in your fridge, like chicken, ham.
It's why you have a freezer.
That lasts about. You freeze your ham, it gets all freezer burned.
Not the ham, I meant like the chicken.
Oh yeah, probably. Well, maybe that will start going eventually once they run out of eggs. Which came first? Which went first?
Oh, don't.
It was
don't
the
even.
eggs. Next is the chicken. No, fuck! I was in the supermarket yesterday and there was no chicken. So I'm right. They're buying all the eggs and freezing all the chicken. I went into like a corner shop to post a Mother's Day card, and a guy walked out carrying 4 cartons of eggs, and I was like, "Oh my god, they've got eggs here!" And so I went in, and it's like, was that the last of the eggs?" And they're like, "Nah, we got some round back." So they're hiding some, so that people don't buy them all in one go. Oh god!
Right, with that, should we actually start now?
Yes.
No, I want more egg stories. George, what's your egg story?
Oh, okay, yeah, I've actually got one. So I went into the shop yesterday, right? And my mum's asked me to get a few things because she's thinking about baking with my sister because they're both isolated at the minute. I get in there and I literally just look at the egg shelf. There's nothing there, and I'm like, really, eggs too? Literally just that one comment. Really cute girl turns round to me and just looks at me and was like, "Yeah, I know, it's weird." Literally just struck up a 10-minute conversation to this really cute girl just over eggs.
And George
Did you
got
get her number?
No, because my mum phoned me and I had to take the call, and then she was gone by the time I got off the phone, unfortunately.
Lol.
But yeah, this apocalypse is doing wonders. It's making me more
George
attractive,
is
apparently.
Good, you girl.
A girl spoke to me.
A girl spoke to me. Fucking hell. Sarah, what's your egg story?
Fairly similar to everyone else's, although my dad was very unhappy that when he did eventually find eggs, after going to 3 different shops, he could only get very small eggs. And he likes the larger eggs. So that was our compromise. But we did buy a normal amount of eggs, which was 1 carton. Like a big carton.
Yeah, like a civilized human being would.
Yes, like normal
Like
people.
Fucking, I don't even know what to describe these people as.
The people who
Yeah.
are self-isolating.
Savages, selfish?
Shellfish.
Yeah, they're shellfish.
I'm just imagining people self-isolating and they're on a bed of toilet roll and they're eating raw eggs.
Has anyone ever eaten a raw egg?
No.
Raw egg?
No.
It's
No.
awful. It's so bad. Don't do it. Really.
Only in cake batter. That's the only time it's
No, that's
acceptable.
Yeah, true. Or cookie batter.
Yeah.
Any
Straight
baked
Any
batter.
batter.
Vile.
Yeah.
I think semen tastes better.
Max, retell your egg story.
Have you tried?
Because you got quite passionate.
Yes, of
Before.
course.
Sarah, you can't judge.
I'm just curious. Just curious.
Wait, who hasn't tried their own semen?
Me? No.
Me.
You're weird, George.
Yeah. Jack and I are the only.
No,
Okay.
Max, I think you're on your own there, mate.
What? I like to experiment, man.
How the fuck did we go from eggs to tasting your own cum in the space of 30 seconds.
Because we're classy people.
Yep.
Right, and on that note, who wants to do the intro?
What's the intro? I'm new here.
Can that be the intro? Can we just move on now?
Okay. Right, hello, welcome to this, what is going to be an absolute shit show of a podcast. If you can't already tell, there is going to be some bad language, so if you don't like that sort of stuff, you can just sort of fuck off. Doesn't matter. My name is George. I am the guy that gets, like, caught up when a girl talks to him.
About eggs.
Why couldn't you say the word guy? What were you going to say?
I already had in my mind, like, like, assessed to say girl, so I ended up going to say girl because it's somewhat like guy. Because I'm brain dead. And just special, just all-round special. Yeah, anyway, right, so enough about me. Who else wants to go next? Introduce yourself.
Hi.
Okay, right, I'm going to go, like...
I'm shy.
Right, Max, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Max, and I don't have coronavirus yet.
Good shit.
Ooh.
Jack?
I also don't have coronavirus yet.
Fucking hell. This is so piss poor. Sarah?
Hi. I'm Sarah. I'm in bed and I'm not drinking because I'm lame. And I also don't have coronavirus.
Yet.
I feel like... Okay, I also
Yet.
don't... As far as I know,
You've had it
I
now.
haven't
You
had
might have already
coronavirus.
had
I
it.
might have had it, but we don't know. Right.
Shall we just kick straight off with
Yeah, we're just
coronavirus?
gonna... Well, it's going to be the main topic. Literally, this is why we've all started it, because just put two of us to our house, and then the other two are just free.
We're available.
Yeah. So the two busiest people are now no longer busy. So, and what stories has everyone got to discuss?
Well,
Eggs.
Eggs,
yeah,
brilliant.
eggs,
Or-
toilet paper.
Or
Chicken.
Yes.
we can
chicken.
we can kick off with my
Fake news.
truth or false game.
Yes.
Okay, right. I'm waiting for the word to load up because I
Is
expect
it not true or false? Not truth or false?
truth or false. Truth or false.
Because it's truth
Can
or
you
dare,
can you
isn't
stop
it?
taking the mick
Yeah.
out? Yeah, truth or
It's
dare.
truth or false.
I'm just
Truth or
trying to
false?
make this podcast quality content.
Fairly sure it is true or false.
No, Max threw
Thank
that out the
you.
window when he started talking about cum.
Wait, was that being recorded?
Yes.
Oh
But
dear.
we didn't record your egg story, so I
No,
feel
we
like
did
we've not done
because he
that
redid it.
segment.
He redid it, so we caught it.
No, he didn't.
I did not redo the
He
egg.
definitely didn't redo the egg story.
Fine, then redo the egg story now.
No.
Thank you. Egg
It's a
story
one-time
time.
Okay,
Ah, damn it.
right.
Let's move on to that later.
So I'm going to read out 5 facts, or 5 potential facts. There
Five
are
truths.
5 truths, or 5 falses.
Falsifications.
So basically, you have to guess if the statement is true or if the statement is false, and it will be about coronavirus. So
Oh.
I'm gonna just take my time. Is it loads? Okay, right, here we go. So, face masks. Good start. Good fucking start. Face masks are more effective at helping contain the virus within the host who is carrying it than people wearing ones to protect themselves from obtaining the virus.
Someone having a piss. Sorry.
I'm pouring vodka into my glass. Yeah.
He's carried his phone into the bathroom.
I wouldn't be surprised by this point.
I've definitely been in the toilet whilst I've phoned a couple of you before, not gonna lie.
I think if I heard that right, I'm going to go with true, because it's like coughing is the
True,
biggest thing,
yeah.
isn't it?
True.
Holds in your coughs.
Yeah.
So we've got 3 truths. Ding, ding, ding.
Yes.
You're all correct.
Do we get points?
Yes, you all get points. Hold your own points.
How many points do we get?
There's a maximum of 5 on offer.
Oh.
Yeah, give
So
myself
1
5
per
points.
correct answer.
Oh.
Oh.
Sorry.
1 point.
I'm on 1 as well.
I'll give a bonus point to someone who can explain why that's the reasoning.
I just did.
Yeah, I thought we did that.
2 points
Yeah,
to me.
idiot.
Okay, 2 points to Jack. Do you want to say
I
it
can
again?
say it again.
Yeah, do you want to say it
'cause
again?
It blocks your coughs if you're wearing it, and the main spread is coughing on people rather than being coughed at, because everyone's super shifty at the moment. So if anyone's coughing, you fucking avoid the shit out of them. And if you're like on your own, your face mask doesn't do shit. So, but if you have it and you're wearing a mask, it blocks all coughing you might do on people. if
Can
you
I
choose to
raise
cough on people.
a serious question?
Go for it.
Even though it might not sound so serious. So you know how like the coronavirus gets into our body through like nose, eyes, ears, and mouth.
Yes.
Soft membranes.
So
Knees and toes.
You know how if you pour like alcohol in your arsehole, you get drunk a lot quicker.
Yeah, it is the same principle.
And you
Yes,
get corona through your arsehole.
probably. But you'd have to stick it right up there.
Okay.
You'll need someone to basically
Public-
deep throat a banana
public
and then shove the
information.
banana up your arse and twist it round.
Well, I mean, people are into weird shit, aren't they? So it's just a bit of public information, really.
Also,
Don't
can I
stick.
vote that Jack saying soft membrane is the new intro for this podcast? It was said very nicely.
Soft membranes. That how we could be the soft membranes. How's that for a group name?
Shove
What
the
now?
bottle up your arsehole.
And that can be the catchphrase.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, second truth
Okay,
or false, whatever it's called.
second truth.
Truths.
Truths or false. Drinking water helps against the virus. This is because the water can move the majority of the virus from your mouth to your stomach with a stomach acid killing it, leaving the rest of your body to deal with the leftover amount in your mouth.
True.
False.
False, that just seems
Yeah,
way
it
too
seems
elaborate
too
and random.
basic. That seems way too simple.
It is one of the biggest myths going around at the minute, and it is
Yes.
completely false. This is not the
Yeah.
case at all.
I've never heard
Whereas
that.
water does help your system because you should be drinking enough water anyway, it does not actually wash the virus down because you can obviously get it through your eyes, through your nose, through your ears, not necessarily just your mouth
And your asshole.
and your arsehole. Brilliant.
And think of all the soft membranes that it passes on its way down.
That's true.
Brilliant. So, Jack, the one extra point you got last round is now negated.
What, are we subtracting points if you get it wrong?
No, because they both got it right, so they're on 2.
And
You
you're
got-
Yeah, and I'm on 2.
Yeah, you're on 2. Yeah, so
Everyone's
the
on
advantage
2.
that you had is now gone. You're now
Yeah.
even
That was so
I thought
badly
you got
explained.
deducted
I
a
love
point. Oh.
I
I
just
got
want
an
to
early
trigger
lead
Jack
and
as
now
much as I
everyone's
can.
on
Yeah, so we just
on equal
caught up
terms.
with you. Okay.
Okay, right. Number
Oh,
3.
my love.
You can contract the virus more than once.
True.
Not enough information to determine that's true yet.
I'm gonna go with false.
Max, you smart ass. That's not. The
I mean,
correct
what's
answer.
the
I mean,
what's the
it's a
time limit?
virus. If you're talking
Well-
scientifically, it can evolve and then you could catch it again. It's like the common
Mutate.
Okay, I'll say again. You can contract the virus more than once within a month's span of getting rid of it.
That wasn't the initial question.
I'm asking that as the initial question now.
It was just a poor question.
Well, Max gave the game away with his "we don't know at this stage" question
know
because
enough
we don't know
about
jack shit about the coronavirus.
Well,
Yeah.
That is very true.
I can inform you that you can get it multiple times.
Ah.
So I was right.
Yeah, so
Is-
Sarah was right.
Are there
Sarah
any
got a
cases
point
of it?
there. Yes, there is a case of a 70-year-old Japanese man was infected on his cruise liner. He was then treated at a medical facility in Tokyo and sent home after his tests came back negative after treating him. And then about a week later, he had the same symptoms, went back into hospital, and was diagnosed with corona
That's
again.
probably because there's now 2 strains of coronavirus
Yes.
because it has mutated.
It has
Could one of
mutated
those
to a
have
more
been a-
violent version.
Could one of those have been a cold?
No, I would have thought that they would have.
W- was it?
tested positive twice.
He was tested. Yeah, he was tested twice.
He was tested
Oh, he
multiple
did test
times
negative
because they had
twice.
to keep testing him to see, oh, is he better? Oh, it's come back negative. It's gone out of his system. We're going to send him home, and then he contracted it again.
Okay, that's scary.
Yeah.
That is very scary.
Okay. It's not as
It's going to be coronavirus of the month. Forever.
Can we just
gonna be a new
appreciate
one
how
every month
shit
that we have
this
to
year
avoid.
has gone? We've gone from, in January, facing World War III to February facing World War Z, and then just the shit show that is now March.
And Kobe dying.
And Kobe dying. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm still not over that.
I'm sorry, man.
It's okay.
R.I.P.
Anyway, Corona.
Anyway, right. Number 4. It's not as bad as the seasonal
What happened to
flu.
3? Or was that 3?
That was 3.
Was it?
Oh,
Am I on
yeah.
3 points then?
No, I don't think you should be after that calculation.
No.
Yes,
You
you're on
can't.
3
You can't detract the point.
Is that what we're going with?
Yes.
Okay, right.
Okay,
Carry
so
on.
Number 4. Question number 4. It is not as bad as the seasonal flu.
In what sense?
Um,
Poorly worded question. Ding ding ding.
Okay, mortality-wise, it's not as bad as the seasonal
False.
flu.
Can't determine because they haven't tested enough people to be able
that's a
to
smart
accurately.
answer. If you look
Yeah,
at the
I'm a-
available statistics,
It's
false,
either
but
going to be a
yeah,
yes or no. There's no in-betweens.
false.
Uh,
Like my lesson from the last question.
Okay.
No smart answers.
this question, I'm going to go with true.
No.
Right. So, even though technically its mortality rate is only just under 9,000 cases within less than 3 months.
Oh, we're doing in terms of numbers.
Yeah.
I was going to say that's not a rate.
It's-
Rate
Yeah,
implies
percentage.
percentage.
No, this is what I'm about to say. Right? With 9,000 cases in the last
He's building up a
less than
ratio.
3 months, that's currently 3.8% of all cases we know about. Right?
Yeah.
When last year, in 2019, the flu might have killed between 290,000 to 650,000 people, but it was estimated that over 1 billion people were infected. That is still only 0.65% of people at the max amount of people who died of it. That is the percentage for it so far. So actually, it does look worse.
Is the stat of that mortality per infection?
So basically, there's
mortality rate relative to number of infections.
I can give you the facts here. Right, so there has currently been on record 213,643 cases of coronavirus. There have been 84,314 people that recovered from it, and there has been 8,794 people who have died of it. Calculations-wise, that's about 3.8% of people who have contracted coronavirus have died because of it. With the flu, even though it's on a grander scale, so 750,000 people have died, which is fucking ridiculous. It's so much more, 650 more times the people have died. However, in the grand scheme of things, because there was 1 billion people that contracted the flu, percentage-wise, it doesn't look that bad. Whereas
I just think that's such a poor statistic. It makes me sad.
That is a bit
But see,
like
one is an
number.
estimation and one is actual reported cases, and we
Well, that's
know
why
that
I've
that's
gone- well,
underreported. So you can't compare. It's not apples and apples.
That is a bit number manipulation-y.
But
Yes.
then
Clickbaity
that's
sort
at
of.
like the highest volume. That's the worst it got last year. Like you could go
I
with
wonder-
the 290,000 value, so then it will be 0.29, which just lessens it even more.
I wonder how many
You know
people
what?
don't
I'm happy to
report their
lose the
seasonal
point.
flu. Yeah, can we all lose a point for that question?
Yeah,
can the
think
question
George
lose
should
a point?
yeah. The
George, yeah. So George is at
Minus
-1.
-1.
Brilliant. Cheers. Right, so this is the last question. Not one of the Simpsons. Brilliant.
It's Bart.
Brilliant.
I always suspected.
Not one of the symptoms is shitting yourself to death. Why
So
the
my
fuck is
internet
everyone buying
connection
toilet
cut out.
paper? Why?
True.
Why?
My
That
internet
was a joke question,
connection
but
cut out,
why?
and then all I heard was shitting myself to death. Can someone please elaborate on what
True
the
or
question
false?
was?
Am I shitting myself?
Myself to death.
True.
True.
Ding, ding, ding. But I don't understand. I know that everyone's stockpiling and everything like that, but you would have thought there would be more necessities than toilet paper. At the end of the day, if it gets really bad and everyone's at home, you use a flannel and you just wash the flannel.
I think everyone
Or-
sold that on hand sanitizers as well.
Or you just use your
That's
hand and
what
then
I
wash
was
your hand in the shower.
That's very understandable. Not toilet paper.
Yeah, more understandable because they don't tend to stock much of that in any given like store, but
Yeah.
it's just people just buying
What
the
was
things
the
that they think they'll
question?
need. The question was true or false. Is one of the symptoms of the coronavirus shitting yourself to death? Because why are so many people buying toilet paper? Joke.
Apparently, diarrhea is a possible side effect.
It
I
is.
remember
I was
reading
going
that
to say
somewhere.
Oh my God,
a
is
very
it?
rare side effect is
Yeah.
it's not one of the main symptoms, but that is potentially one of the symptoms. Having
And if you're already dehydrated, it could potentially cause death.
yeah,
So I'm going to
Well,
go true
The main,
on the original question.
symptoms of coronavirus is a high fever, a persistent cough, and shit. What was the last one? I'm very informative. I should
Shortness
know
of
this.
breath.
I've got everything.
Shortness of breath. Yeah.
Shortness of breath. There we go. Thank you.
yeah.
Coming from the
You're
asthmatic
welcome.
of the group. So yeah, that's the
So-
quiz done. Because
So
normally
what's the points?
Normally I'll make it a little bit more fun, as like the first time we ever did this, I made it a little bit more fun. However, I feel like we're trying to myth bust some of the bullshit things that are going on out there.
Some of the fake news.
Some of the fake... Oh, do we have Donald
media.
Trump tonight? Can we actually get through to him?
Oh, you know what? Can I just say, I've never been so disappointed in my life that someone tested negative for coronavirus when Donald Trump tested negative.
Did he?
Bullshit.
Yeah.
He said he wasn't taking the test.
He took the test and he tested negative. Because
Sure.
He was literally in contact with the Brazilian president for like 3 hours the day before he got diagnosed with coronavirus.
The greatest immune system.
Oh, Donald, it's nice to hear from you. Do you want to
nice
give a
to
speech?
see you again. Nice to join you here today. I've heard from a great many people that this is the place to be. Many people have said that. Many great people that I know for sure.
Okay, thank you very much, Donald. It's very very good pleasure that we've had you on the phone. But we need Jack back now, so fuck off back to America. You might come
all this way. Okay, he was here, but he's gone now.
Okay. Wow, Jack, you had him around your house? That's amazing.
Yeah,
Is it
he's
though?
hiding under my bed. He scares me.
It's chain. So, did you guys hear about the guy in, I think it was Mississippi, in America?
Florida man.
God. What have the Americans done now?
So, guy gives away his stock.
Having to Google it.
I thought I had it up, I don't have it up. I just want to get the facts right, that's what it is.
Hey, does anyone remember that video of like Donald Trump throwing kitchen roll at like hurricane victims? You could turn that into a coronavirus toilet paper meme. Do you not remember that? There was footage of Trump helping
I've
hurricane
never seen
victims,
that.
and it was just him throwing kitchen roll at them. I'm helping.
Okay, right, here we go. It wasn't Mississippi, it was Tennessee. So, Tennessee man became subject of national scorn after stockpiling 17,700 bottles of hand sanitizer. He had gone over multiple states and cleared out multiple stores to then sell online on Amazon for $30 per sanitizer.
Scumbag.
Yeah. And basically, after Amazon originally clocked it, it was like, what the fuck are you doing? Why do you have so much stock? Then they flagged it with the authorities, and then someone investigated, and then he got called out for it, and then they were like, oh yeah, I bought like 17,000 bottles. What's the issue?
Apparently Alex Jones is like being sued for selling anti-coronavirus like fake shit on his
It was
website.
toothpaste, wasn't it?
Yeah, anti-coronavirus toothpaste.
Yeah.
And he's just got sued immediately.
Brilliant. But yeah, he did this, and he was like, oh yeah, I'm going to make a profit and everything like that. He wasn't like, didn't give a shit at all. And then the state was like, well, no, you've got to donate that all now. Because this is like a pandemic situation, and you've just done like a complete arsehole thing, so now you're going to suffer. And he's lost so much out of it. Because he's been trading for years. He said he's been trading for the last decade.
He's like a sort of bulk trader.
Yeah, he buys like a big item of the time and then sells it off for a bigger product.
But do we feel sorry for him?
No. Well, no, there was two videos. So there was one video before he was told to donate everything, which he was like, someone asked, well, the interviewer was like, oh, do you feel guilty? Do you feel bad that you've done this? And not even kidding, there's about a 20-second pause where he's umming and ahhing, and he's just looking back at the stock, looking at the camera, looking back at the stock he has, looking back at the camera, and he's like, no, not really, I'll do it again. And then this, like, obviously went viral, and everyone was like, what the fuck? And, yeah, he then had to give it away, and then there's a video of him crying, saying that he's not that man, and that he made a poor lapse of judgment.
Well, yeah, once he was caught.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Can I talk about Boris Johnson?
Must you?
Yeah.
Well, he's been at it again with making his stupid jokes that just are very insensitive, really.
Brilliant.
Good old Bojo.
Yeah.
Back at it again. Make him sound like a vlogger.
Yeah.
It's Bojo back at it again with the inappropriate jokes. I'm the Prime Minister.
Yes. So just for some context, you know how the main way to coronavirus, the most severely affected, is using ventilators. And the UK currently has about 12,000 of these ish.
Can
We
you
need
explain what a ventilator is?
It's basically a machine that basically oxygenates your blood and your organs without your lungs, basically.
Oh,
'Cause your
so
lungs
so
are
it's
just
like in
working.
hospitals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay. I was
so
thinking of like the
NHS
ventilation, like in buildings.
Oh no,
Yeah.
not that. Not
Sorry, that's
that.
what came to my mind. Carry on.
So we've got about 12,000 on the NHS-ish. Need additionally probably about 20,000 more. So Boris Johnson's been calling loads of different industry manufacturers, ranging from like Rolls-Royce, for example, to BAE Systems, to stop production of their specific products to actually just focus on producing ventilators. And he was on a conference call last night to about 60 leaders of the manufacturing sector, and he nicknamed this big push to produce ventilators as Operation Last Gasp.
Oh.
That's so bad, man. I
Yeah.
swear to God.
That's the mask slipping to reveal the lizard underneath that just doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. The dark meme side of me found that somewhat funny, but in the retrospect of everything, that's super bad and probably shouldn't be said.
It'd be like funny in like a Paul Verhoeven movie, like some kind of political satire. Like, this is the horrible world that we live in, and all the politics is fucked, and no one cares. But in the real world, it's kind of like, well, what? Are you serious? Because no one wants to live in that sort of hideous world where that's okay.
Didn't Trump say his reaction to the coronavirus had been 10 out of 10 as well after some health professional in the US had called him out for it being abysmal? Talking about satire?
He was like, oh yeah, it's not going to be a problem, we're going to be fine because we're a US with we're like, you know, making America great again. And he just completely fucked it. Yeah.
Speaking of big businesses changing production, though, I don't know if you saw that Brewdog have stopped distilling beer and have started making hand sanitizer called Brew Gel.
Nice.
Punk sanitizer.
But important public information announcement: the hand sanitizer needs to be above 60% alcohol
and
to actually kill the virus.
Actually,
a lot of people.
Can I just cut in there?
Yeah.
They don't actually know if it kills the virus off yet. They haven't done enough testing for it. With viruses that sort of somewhat match the coronavirus, it kills it off, but we can't be 100% certain. It's still like, do it, still wash your hands and still use the sanitizer, but they don't know how effective it actually is. So it's probably better to go for a higher percentage alcohol one anyway.
Well, yeah, but I think the main issue here is I've been looking at a lot of my friends' hand sanitizers, especially when I was in Greece a couple of weeks ago, and
you just had to throw that in there, didn't you?
Yeah, I know. I was in Athens before the shutdown happened, so yeah, I had a great time. 20 degrees. Went to the beach. It was amazing. But their hand sanitizers were like 20-25% alcohol, and I was like, honestly, you might as well go to a toilet and dip your hands in the toilet and use the water in that toilet to wash your hands. That's the same, mate.
Some tourist spots, there might be even more alcohol in the toilet bowl.
Yeah, true.
I think a friend of my dad's, revealed that he was using really cheap perfume instead, because some of it uses alcohol as like a vaporizing agent, and some of the percentages on cheap perfume are like so high that you can just use that instead. He was just putting it in little hotel shampoo bottles and using it as like ghetto hand sanitizer. It was great.
There's a lot of viral videos on that. People trying to make it out of vodka and random alcohol. Cashing in.
Ensure your blood is above 70% alcohol at all times.
Then it'll all be okay.
Safe.
So, does everyone know the name Katie Porter?
No.
You
probably should do, as she has saved so many lives over in America due to the coronavirus as well. She's a congresswoman, and she was obviously having a meeting with everyone, and spoke to one of the members of the... What did it say? She was in front of the US House of Representatives, and it was she pressed the member of administration to commit to making all tests immediately free. So basically, she got out a whiteboard and just started writing down all the costs, and it came to about $1,331. And she just kept pressing this guy who was like the head of everything, the one that had the power to say yes, corona testing will be free. And she just kept pushing him for about 3-4 minutes as he was trying to make an excuse. He was like, we can't really, I have talked to the others, and basically she was like, no, not good enough. She would just repeat the same thing over and over again. And the more times he pushed it off, the more times he was realising that he was going to look like an arsehole and that he was going to probably lose his job, or there was going to be some form of backlash.
Well, it's like the fucked up US health system. Is that how much the charges would have come to for like one person's coronavirus testing and treatment?
So
it would have been passed on to them.
It was the ER visit itself would have cost $1,151.
Oh god!
The flu A vaccine.
Give me a heart attack just hearing that.
Flu A vaccine is $43. Flu B vaccine was $43, and then just a corona check was about $36. And then there's a metabolic check for $58 as well, which comes to $1,331.
Yeah, 36 because they don't know much about it. They don't know if they can price it higher or not yet.
Yeah, well, I think it's disgusting that they have to pay for this sort of shit anyway.
Well, you know what I find absolutely disgusting in America is the fact that they literally have no regulations regarding sick pay. So one of the massive issues in America, just in general, is people are constantly going to work sick because they're like, oh, if I don't go to work, so I ain't getting paid, so I can't pay my bills, I can't pay for my kids' foods, things like that, and they go to work and they just pass on whatever virus or flu that they've got. And that's, I read some statistics about like transmission rates in America, and the transmission rate of influenza apparently is about 4 times higher than any part of any other Western world.
Yeah,
their work system is fucked.
But then that you can say the same over here with zero-hour contracts or any service work. Oh yeah, because I know if I was still working at that pub and I was ill, I would not be getting sick pay.
Oh yeah, the UK is definitely not innocent on this as well, but it definitely does have some form of sick pay for certain areas of the economy, whereas America literally doesn't have any.
Isn't in the UK there's like this concern for small business owners because if there is a large scale shutdown, they'll lose potentially months of essentially going into spring revenue.
Well, no, it's not even that. People will close
down.
And
there'll still be debt collectors and mortgage collectors and all this shit.
That was
but they won't be able to open.
By the Chancellor with £330 billion economic rescue package.
Because that's what we've got at the minute as well. They've dropped that for us over here, but I think it's 3.5 or 3. Yeah, 3.5.
Where did that come from?
The government's just given it as relief money for people for small businesses more than anyone.
They've cut business rates. They've basically announced a 3-month break on mortgage repayments.
Yeah,
for anyone
that's
that
the big
needs
one
it.
as well, because that's what Italy like led the charge with it and was like, yeah, you don't need to pay rent or like mortgages like for the next couple of months.
But the situation's so much worse over there at this stage.
We're getting to that stage. Don't worry, we're just a few weeks behind.
It's not even that. We have the same mortality rate as them, but they have more confirmed cases than we do.
I'm saying we'll get to that same situation Italy are now. And
we don't prevent it.
Ooh.
Sarah, you've got... Oh, Sarah.
Sarah, you there?
No? I'm here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, good.
Sound like you're going through a tunnel.
No. Yeah. No tunnels here.
Go on.
Can't remember what I was saying now.
Something about Italy?
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry, on a side note, for funny things, did you see that Pornhub made it completely free premium for all Italians? Because everyone's in lockdown. So they made it in lockdown, and they were just like, you know what, have some material, and then all Italian models are getting the revenue for the next month from Pornhub.
I mean, I'll be honest, that's a really good idea.
Have you seen the amount of viral posts of people who have been caught wanking at work, though, because like they've been on video calls and left their video on, or, you know, they forget the fact that their, like, work laptops are tracked and stuff like that. Dear. I've been sent so many.
Is this a warning? Are they warning you, Sarah?
Yeah, they're all warning me. But there's a really good video on it, and I'm pretty sure it's probably staged, but it's really funny.
Is this a category on your preferred website, Sarah? Like accidental business
wanks.
Genre.
I think it's because so many people do embarrassing stuff on conference calls at work, but nothing quite that bad. Everyone's just baiting it. but I will try and find some examples and send it to you.
Please
It's not
do.
podcast material, but it is quite
No.
music. So
It's like accidentally streaming yourself in your room, like not realizing it's turned off, but it's at work.
yeah.
So you're like sending it out to everyone.
There has been a guy over here. He's like 70-year-old doctor that's just about to be let go because they found that he was like watching porn on his laptop at work because his wife had banned all porn on his laptop at home.
Wait, this is a doctor.
Yeah, 70-year-old
Who
doctor.
I mean-
couldn't buy his own smartphone and
No, that's
private
what everyone
internet
has said. That was
package.
like the top comment. Why the fuck didn't he just go sell it?
Was he an oldie?
Yeah, he was 70.
Oh.
But the bad thing is, that isn't
Poor
the
old
bad
pervert.
thing of the story. Apparently, the photos that he had downloaded onto his computer was things to do with horses and dogs.
I think that's good.
Is someone actually going for a piss now?
It's Max pouring more stuff.
Brilliant.
So opposite.
Actually posting stuff in the chat of business people. I don't think I'm going to watch this.
I'm watching.
Max, we can hear.
Oh.
Max, we can hear. Max, we can hear. Max, we can hear.
I'll turn the volume.
Gotta keep it safe for work, you fucking moron.
Yeah, you.
Gotta keep it nice and safe.
Oh my god! Oh shit! Oh dearie me. Okay.
I'll download that for later. It's fine.
Just
There's
make
quite
sure
a few
to...
passive-aggressive emails on it from other companies as well, where people have been like, please make sure you turn your webcam off or hide tabs labelled like Pornhub and things like that. It's very funny.
On another happier side to this news, did you see the Chicago Aquarium? What they've done?
No.
So obviously it's closed down, but the zoo workers still have to obviously look after the animals and stuff. And they just decided that, seeing that obviously there's no one about, they can't really escape, just to let the penguins roam free around the park.
Aww.
I've got the video. Give me a sec. I'll send it to you guys.
I've
wanna
just seen your name, Sarah.
I want to see the penguins.
Red Potter faster.
I want to see the penguins walking around, looking at all of the signs and information boards, and a bunch of like zoo workers in the enclosure, just cleaning. Oh,
Yeah, so it's a good little video.
That's so. Oh, they look so confused.
they're the ones with the cool eyebrows.
They walk so funny.
He walks like Gru.
Oh.
Despicable Me. Oh, it's only 2 of them. I thought there was more. I thought it was a whole
Hunchbacks.
platoon. They're looking around,
Squad.
like they're thinking that this is like a shopping mall. They're thinking it's like a supermarket. but
Oh
they're
yeah,
looking
because
at
it's all
the food.
fish. It's like a fancy restaurant.
What's a group of penguins called? Genuine question. Because I
That's
don't know.
I thought it was like a platoon. That's why I said it.
Is it actually a platoon?
I'm trying to think of all the animal
There's some
group
really
names.
weird ones, isn't there?
A rookie.
There's
A rookery. A rookery.
A rookie.
That's rooks, isn't it?
A rookery. No, it's called a rookery. A group of penguins in the water is called a raft. A group of penguins on land is called a waddle. Other collective nouns include rookery, colony, and huddle.
Is rookery just a generic bird word, though?
I don't know.
Colony rookery. I love waddle. A waddle of penguins.
But only on land. Otherwise, they're called a raft.
What's a group of rooks called?
A rookery of rooks.
A rookery of rooks.
This is a good quiz. Can we do this as a quiz?
What's a group of ravens called?
A group of rooks is called a building of rooks.
A building of rooks.
Building of rooks.
What's a? Oh, I know the
If you
answer
say
to
group
this.
of buildings, I'm going to slap you.
What's a group of ravens called? I know the answer to this, but just look it up.
I don't know.
What?
Oh wait, no,
What's
it's
it
something
called?
weird, isn't it? No, I feel like I should know
A collective
this.
noun for a group of ravens, or at least the common raven, includes unkindness, treachery, conspiracy, or flock.
Am I getting confused with crows? Because I think
one
it's
of
like a
them's like
murder.
death or something.
Is it a
Yeah.
murder of crows or a murder of ravens?
A flock of crows. No, it is called a murder of crows. Yeah, you're right.
I think I've also heard a parliament of rooks, which is a bit weird.
Oh, ferrets. Ferrets is a good one.
Oh yeah,
Right.
what's ferrets?
A business of ferrets.
Oh,
Has everyone
Big
seen
money.
the meme of the video of the ferrets dancing to music? But it's like the person's holding it and moving the bum, but also moving the torso in opposite direction, so it looks like they're dancing. I'll try and find the video and I'll send it to you guys later.
And it's a parliament of owls. That was the one I was trying to think
Parliament of owls.
Parliament of owls. Ah.
Yeah.
On back, well, somewhat to Corona. I am absolutely going to butcher this guy's name. But there is a famous, like, I'm not sure if he's a million or billionaire, basically a very powerful man in China. His name is Ren Jiqian. I'm butchering the name.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Renji Kwan.
Yeah, Ren Jiqian. He basically
Renji.
Reggie.
Reggie for sure.
Reggie.
Reggie Khan.
So he's been the first person to publicly speak out against China's dictatorship. Basically,
Is he the one that's disappeared?
Yeah. So he called the leader a
how that
clown, stripped
conversation normally
naked, and
goes.
insisting on continue being emperor. This was in reference to obviously how badly they dealt with the coronavirus and the fact that they kept it hidden for 2 weeks from the World Organization of Health.
And they
before
killed that
actually announced
doctor
it.
as well.
They also killed the doctor who
whistleblower.
tried to leak it, but that's enough. Well,
Yeah.
we can't confirm it, but that is the conspiracy theory. But this millionaire / billionaire has also now gone missing. I really hope he's just gone undercover and he's not been touched. But
It is the
it's starting
Chinese
a coup.
government.
But you know, Winnie the Pooh is
Yeah.
just going to die at some point, so we can deal with that when it comes to it. If anyone gets that joke.
No, I don't. I was about to say
Winnie
that's a
the
really
Pooh?
shit joke.
Basically, someone commented saying that the leader of China looks like Winnie the Pooh. The guy got wind of it, said that he didn't like it, so then people started making memes about it in China. He then blocked Winnie the Pooh in the entirety of China. So then it's just
Oh,
a
he does
constant
look like
thing.
Winnie the Pooh. Yeah,
Sounds
I
like
see that.
sounds like the homosexual Putin memes that Russia doesn't like.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We touch on how the whole sporting world has collapsed.
Yeah, because we can't do any sport because everyone will fucking get the virus.
Yeah. Well, so obviously all the sport is cancelled. So I've come up with little quiz about other times. Oh my
In the
god.
Discord. Oh god,
Jesus.
it's horrifying.
Yeah. But anyway.
Shit is red for communism.
And yellow. So
Can I
yeah,
do
carry
my
on,
little-
Max. I'm just going to
Yeah.
be posting memes.
So-
It's fine.
Well, if you're posting memes, people are going to be distracted and they won't be able to listen to my quiz and get points.
Oh, you got a quiz.
Points.
And the quiz.
One
Meme
point.
prizes.
Wait, can we
my
just
God.
confirm that George is still on -1?
George is on -1.
Oh.
Jack, you're on
I'm on 2.
2. I'm on 5.
You're on
I'll
3
give
out of
myself
push.
4. I'll give myself 4.
No,
I think
3.
you and Sarah are both on
3.
4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sarah and I are
Both
definitely
on 4.
drawing.
Yeah, you're both on 3.
4.
3.
4.
I think Max might be on 3. Sarah. Max might be on 4. Sarah might be on 3 because Max did explain one of the answers.
Thank
If I
you very
recall.
much, Jack.
But I only got one question wrong. Well, and even then I didn't technically get it wrong.
Fine,
No.
we're both on 4.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So, I have done a bit of research. Other times, sporting events were cancelled for strange reasons. Not saying Corona's a strange reason, but for more out there sort of reasons.
I mean, like, eating a bat and wiping out part of the human race is a pretty weird
Well-
reason.
Okay, yeah, whatever, mate.
Is it as weird as naked people running onto the pitch?
Yeah, exactly. So I've got three different games. The first one, we're looking at the Torquay United versus Portsmouth FC that took place in August 1999. Now, this game was cancelled, and I've got 3 reasons here, and you've just got to figure out which true one, really. So, reason number A, or letter A rather, after 2 weeks of
Sorry, did you
torrential
just
rain-
say reason number A?
Yes, I did. I corrected myself.
I wasn't letting that go.
After 2 weeks of torrential rain, merely an hour before kickoff, a large sinkhole formed in one of the penalty areas, which by the next day measured 17 metres in diameter and cost Torquay £600,000 to repair. The game was cancelled and replayed 4 weeks later. Reason B. A total solar eclipse of the sun meant that the football game scheduled for 3 p.m. was not able to be played due to complete darkness. And by the time the eclipse had finished, local planning laws meant the floodlights were not allowed to be used to allow the game to go ahead. And number C, letter C, in the 17th minute, a swarm of bees interrupted the game, with several players receiving multiple stings, and one player plus one match official were hospitalised after suffering anaphylactic shock.
Why wasn't that the number B option?
Oh, good shout.
Max, you fucked up.
Oh, fuck
Minus
that
1 point
there.
to Max.
Damn it!
I'm going to go with number A.
You're going to go with A,
Right,
okay.
I think A seems plausible. It seems
Yeah.
the most plausible out of all of them. I really want it to be C because that's funny.
Can you please repeat the original question? Because my internet connection is not having fun, and I
Okay.
think it's because my parents are streaming.
What was the reason?
What are they streaming?
The Fortnite.
The original question, like, as in the reason why Torquay United versus Portsmouth was cancelled.
Yeah, that bit. So it's,
Well, that
what
was the
it?
question. In
Yeah,
August
but I didn't know that.
1999. Yeah,
August
why was it cancelled?
1999.
What
Okay.
country is this in?
Don't Google it.
I'm not googling it. I
Okay.
wanted to know what sport it was.
Okay.
What country is this in?
It was in England. It was being played in Torquay.
I don't think we have enough B's. So
Not
I'm
anymore.
going to go with A still.
Did we have a lot of bees in 1999?
I don't
Oh,
know.
we might have had a few more B's in 1999. That's true.
I'm gonna go with the bees. I'm gonna go out there.
Okay,
I
so
think I might
Sarah's saying-
switch to B's.
Jack saying bees. C. George?
I'm gonna go the sinkhole.
You are all wrong!
Oh,
It was B.
I
What?
forgot what bee was. To be fair,
The solar eclipse.
They don't fucking last that long, do they?
Despite
that's what
having...
I thought.
Well, okay, so despite having 72 years to plan the fact that this day there would be a total eclipse, they just sort of ignored it. And then when the eclipse happened, at about 3 p.m, when the game was about to kick off, the eclipse lasts about 2 hours. It's full darkness for about 8 minutes,
What?
but there's minimum light requirements.
Oh, okay,
And-
that makes sense.
Oh my god, George.
Oh, dearie me. George, stop posting memes. And because of stupid local planning policy, floodlights were not allowed to be used, and when the light was good enough, it was already getting too dark, so the game had to be cancelled. So yeah, a solar eclipse that they knew about 72 years in advance.
Brilliant.
So 0 points for all of you.
Oh.
So, my number second question, it's cricket. We're moving on to the lovely British sport of cricket.
Lovely day for cricket.
The finest sport. The finest sport.
Gentleman's sport.
So, a one-day 50-over match between Hampshire and Somerset in July of 1975.
Go Hampshire.
Yeah, Hampshire. So, the reason number A, and I'm just going to keep saying number. So, 24 overs into the first innings, a spectator stole the match sponsor's show car, subsequently driving it onto the pitch and almost hitting Hampshire players Thomas Collins and Richard Court before security could stop the car. This was the third crowd security breach of the match, and regulations dictated the match be abandoned. Hampshire was subsequently fined £50,000 and forced to play the rest of the season behind closed doors.
Oh.
Reason number B. A burst sewer.
Bees again.
Yes, a burst sewer before the game meant that a large area of the ground was covered in fecal matter, rancid sewage waste that could be smelt from several miles away. Subsequently, the game was cancelled.
Well, that's
And-
a pretty shit reason to Cancel.
I mean, it's England. It shouldn't matter.
But
Thank you.
And
I love that
reason-
went over Jack's head, but thank you guys.
Reason number C. Overnight, remember this is July 1970. Overnight,
1970
2
what?
inches of 5.
Okay.
Overnight, 2 inches of snow covered the ground, and although the warmer summer temperatures of the daytime meant the snow thawed quickly, the pitch was deemed too waterlogged by the thaw, and the match became the first and only ever pro cricket match to be abandoned because of snow.
Ooh.
Dad!
So
Give me a minute.
the covered in
Don't
shit
ask
one, covered in shit one is plausible because it's England, and
Yeah.
the snowing in summer one is also plausible because it's England.
I'm gonna go with A.
Ooh,
What was A again?
A.
Oh, A was the rando.
I like the
driving
additional
off.
detail of they were fined 50k or whatever it was.
Yeah.
That's what made it feel plausible.
Right.
But that might have been a red herring, but I
I'm
felt
not sure
for it.
Hampshire has that much money.
Cricket
In
players
total.
get paid decent money these days. Well, let's guess this is 1975 we're talking about. So that was a lot of money back then. That was probably millions equivalent to today. Is
Oh.
George here?
He's
He's
got to
talking
ask
to
his
his
dad
dad.
about cricket.
Right, back.
Okay.
So I've just been in contact with my sports guy on the
You've
ground.
cheated. You've cheated.
He doesn't.
Cheater!
He would have been 11. He wouldn't have even been 11 at that point. Actually, no, he would have been 11 at that point. He has guessed snow.
George has
Okay.
phoned a friend.
So what are you guessing?
I mean, Sarah could do exactly the same situation here.
I guessed A. I told
I'm
you.
gonna go
Sarah's
with-
guessed A.
I
Jack
I'm going to
committed
go
up
with
front.
B.
B. Okay.
And I'm going C.
Okay.
Ooh.
So who is correct? I can tell you,
Someone's
Sarah.
right.
Unfortunately, you are wrong. Although there was an incident of that happening, it was actually a game between India and Pakistan in 1975, and the match wasn't cancelled; it was just temporarily stopped. Yeah, so there was no fine, no nothing for that. The burst sewer did happen,
Oh,
Oh.
and the snow also happened. However, the snow did not. Game.
hello.
Wait,
So
no,
Jack is
no!
correct.
I need to know.
Jack
So
is
you
correct.
cut out. You cut out during that explanation, Max.
So the burst sewer and the snow both happened, but the snow didn't cause the game to be cancelled, but the sewage did. So Jack, you gain a point.
Wait, that happened in the
Yes.
same match.
Huh?
That happened in the same match. Then is what you're saying.
No. I'm saying no. A different match. The snow happened.
Which
There were
one?
no
It made it
frozen
sound
cats.
Yeah, but you
From
gave
the
an
same
explanation
match.
of what happened
no,
with the car.
sorry.
What's the
Okay,
explanation
no.
with the snow? What
Like the
happened?
melting snow caused the sewers to overflow or something.
No.
God, I'm just imagining a cricket pitch covered in brown snow.
No, you're
God.
useless.
Oh, it's just snowing. What's the worst that could? Oh God, as they step through the snow to the shit underneath. Oh God,
So
that's
yeah,
a nightmare.
I've got one more for you, and this is basketball. So in 1994,
Kobe.
no, an NBA match between San Antonio
Jordan.
Spurs. No, shut up, bitch. And Utah Jazz.
Number
Being-
A.
No, being
Shaq.
played at the open. Oh my God! Let me finish, you pricks. So, I will start again.
Oh, right. Matt's kicking off again.
A 1994 NBA match between San Antonio Spurs and Utah Jazz played at Open Air Stadium in Alamo Bowl in Mexico City. Why was this match cancelled? Number
The Llama
A.
Bowl doesn't exist.
The Alamo Bowl.
Its name is too stupid.
Well, whatever. So, match was halted and abandoned during the second quarter as fans went eerily silent when a series of glowing egg-shaped objects appeared moving through the sky. This happened after a series of UFO sightings in the city that day. The match was abandoned due to fears of panic breaking out and a stampede occurring, similar to that of the Hillsborough disaster the year before, and the stadium was therefore evacuated and match replayed the next day. Reason number A. No, number B. Okay.
Reason number D.
Pre-match fireworks display triggered water cannons and sprinklers that soaked the some 60,000 fans, players and officials and staff and left the court unplayable even after 3 hours of mopping and drying. And reason number C. 10 minutes before tip-off, while teams were in their pre-game huddle.
None of us can make it as TV presenters or radio presenters.
The court cleaning machine suffered a hydraulic malfunction that made it appear as if someone had been run over and lacerated by the machine, causing panic and desperate attempts to push the 6-ton machine from the court. Thankfully, no body was present. However, without the cleaning machine, the game had to be cancelled due to the extremely humid conditions and the court no longer being able to be wiped clean of the condensation that was forming.
So, number A is aliens, number
Yes.
B is sprinkler system,
Fireworks.
and number
system,
D is the cleaning machine looked like it had run someone over.
Well, I'm going to do what I did when I did my SATs levels when I was in year 6. I'm just going to pick C for all the answers, so C again.
Okay.
Well, why did they think there was someone under it? Did it just disgorge
Because
blood or something due to a malfunction?
It looked like blood. It looked like exploded blood.
I've just
Yeah.
got the
Spongy
images
cleaning
of...
fluid.
It's actually hydraulic fluid.
I've got the images of Deadpool on the ice rink trying to run over that guy.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to go C as well, just because I
Okay.
like that one.
Okay, so both of you going for George? C?
I said C.
Okay, Jack?
I'm gonna go with A. I think it's a curveball.
So the aliens.
Yes.
So C is completely made up.
No.
The aliens is actually a true thing, but it happened in a football game in the early 50s in Italy. So the real answer was the fireworks. So yeah, nobody got any points for that. So only 1 point for the whole quiz.
That just shows how shit the quiz was.
What?
It was
No,
me.
that shows how good the quiz was.
No!
A hard quiz.
Yeah.
With interesting
Well
answers.
thought out answers.
I'd like to point out that the questions were well structured, so well done, Max.
Thank you. I did put a lot of time into that actually.
I threw
A
my
lot of
stuff together
research.
literally 5 minutes whilst we was figuring out
I
the
was
call.
researching for a good couple of hours.
I was
don't even have a
researching, but I just
quiz.
couldn't type up the fucking...
Yeah, I'm
words.
also lacking a quiz. Sorry, guys. I feel like I've let the side down.
Okay, next podcast, Jack and Sarah have to provide a quiz.
Oh, that's fair, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably related to Corona in some
I
way.
was going to say,
Quiz
does it have to follow the theme, or can it be
No.
more random?
No.
My
I
quiz
think-
is what
I
is
think
on
we're
my
gonna be
desk
Croned
right
out
now.
After this. We're just going to be Croned out. We're not going to deal with it anymore.
Unless things go real bad, then we might have to touch.
If things go real bad, I don't think I'll be speaking to you guys.
True.
I mean,
Touch
if we're in
anyone that's
lockdown
like
next
corona.
week, we're probably going to do another podcast, right?
Podcast every day.
Okay, my work got a case of it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I've got 2 offices, and someone has been sent to hospital with suspicion of
shit.
having it, but we don't know yet. There's no confirmation. But they basically kicked everyone out of the 5th floor. It's not in my office. There's 2 offices where I work, so it's on the office that's on the other side of town. Everyone got kicked out of 5th floor, and it's been disinfected, and people are going in tomorrow. Depending on if the case comes back as negative or positive.
The rumour mill where I work, the HR lady was gone for like a few weeks, and no one was really sure why. It could be just they're not telling us that she's on holiday or something, but everyone's a bit paranoid that it could be that she's self-quarantining, and if she had been in at all before that, people are just quite worried about getting it and passing it on.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, my mum and my sister are self-quarantined at the minute.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, they've both
Well, I
got
already knew that.
persistent coughs.
Oh,
But
dear.
now, that's another thing. Boris has shut all schools down now, as well.
He has indeed.
Whoa. School's out.
Yep.
For summer,
But it's not going to be a summer, really.
school's out.
I'll tell you what, we're going to be locked inside all
forever.
summer. It's going to be...
Sorry?
Yeah, it's going to be beautiful, and we're going to be locked inside, and I'm going to be upset.
I don't think we'll
Also,
be
when
locked
this is
inside.
over, we need to book a big fuck-off holiday to celebrate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we
100%.
do.
Oh, do you want to? I have friends in Spain that that live in a villa with a pool in a courtyard orchard valley.
Yes.
Oh, that sounds
That I
amazing.
suggest.
Yes. Yes.
But
It's
don't we
in
have to
Wonder.
do some work?
That's fine. Bit
You
garden
might have to
work.
exchange it for some work in the garden.
I would
That's
rather
alright.
just pay them.
No, I like gardening.
I like a bit of garden.
Yeah.
Okay, you two can go off gardening, and I'll just pay like £100.
I'm
There's
not
the-
gardening and then cooking you dinner as well, just to clarify.
Yeah, Jack can cook dinner. Sarah and I will do the gardening, and George can just be a lazy bitch.
Well, chances are they might cook us dinner because, from what I've heard, they're
Oh.
the types that treat guests pretty top notch. They're quite well off. One of them, I think, helps
spongy
run the
for rich
local
people.
bullfighting arena.
Okay.
And now I'm out.
Why?
That's animal abuse.
I've been there. It's pretty nuts.
It's-
Sort of the history of it, the outfit.
It's still animal abuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Says,
with
says a
George
lot
on
of
this.
shit.
Yeah, I'm not.
Well, you don't have to do that, but I'm not even sure
sort
if
of
he
not
still
okay with
works
that,
there.
honestly.
But he's like a local figure.
Oh, that's even like no. I don't know. I prefer. Like, I don't like it when
Stop
you
being
get...
culturally insensitive
No,
to
it's
the
not
Spanish.
that. It's that. I'm not on about that now. I'm on about like the whole thing where like they treat you to dinner and stuff like that. Like, I don't mind doing it like for one night, but I like to be independent when I, especially like that. I feel like in that scenario, we will leave to go to holiday, and we will just leave. Like in my case, is that I will just leave home from one parent to potentially going into another set of guardians where I'm restricted in what I can do.
You have a fear of like full-on adults because you're worried that if you spend too much time with them, they'll turn into another version of your parents.
Wow.
I mean,
Wow.
that is true, George.
No, right, no.
Well, that's the reason you
Yes.
gave for not wanting to, or wanting to have your own flat and not really ever wanting to rent anything like a room because you're worried that if you have a landlady or landlord, they might turn into another parent.
I don't want.
I mean, I haven't
I don't want to
exchanged-
rent a room where I live with my landlord.
Yeah, because you said that you have a feeling they turn into your parents.
Yeah, I don't.
Telling you to clean stuff
If
and
I come
talking
back
to
at
you.
2 a.m. from a night out, I don't want to like get a message the next day being like, "Can you keep it down?" or like, "Can you not like come back so late?" I don't fucking want that.
Wait, do they live there at the villa, or
Yes.
do they get? Oh,
Yeah,
but are they like kind of cool and they don't mind me getting wasted?
yeah, probably.
You might wake up in the middle of the ball arena, but
It's the kind of
That's
place. It's the kind of place that's hot enough that you like have to siesta. That's the thing, like you have to do. So you're mandated to sleep for a few hours in the middle of the day, so you can actually go out quite late at night.
Oh, that means
and
yeah,
it's
because dinner's
warm.
served at like 1 a.m. in Spain, isn't it?
Yeah, the whole timing's different there.
Yeah.
I've only been there, I think, once on a holiday, but I remember it being pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm. Wait, whereabouts in Spain?
it's like in the middle of
Ronda.
nowhere.
Where's that?
It's like
It's one of the not so touristy, off the beaten track kind of places.
it's the place where we die. Have you ever seen the film? What's it called?
Are you going to say the Hills of Ice?
No,
Something
not.
like that.
And I'm trying to think of the
Compare
one
it
where
to
all the
like a
teenagers
wasteland.
go away for like holiday with all their mates. Oh no, it's a game until dawn.
Yeah, but that's a ski lodge.
That doesn't matter. It's the same premise. This can
Same
just be.
thing, but without
This can
snow and
just
really
be until
hot.
dawn
It's
too.
insane.
Like it's near Gibraltar. That's the nearest thing there is.
I think you'll mean sort of Cabin in the Woods or like any horror film set in the woods.
Oh yeah, Cabin in the Woods. That's it. That's the film I was thinking of. Couldn't think of it. I just wake up and your friend is just there. And be like, you would be good ball material. And just, the fuck, dude. No. No. Just looks at Mac and he's like,
material?
you're a big target. We need to make you fast. I don't know what this accent is.
Oh my god, an insidious
Neither
horror
do we.
story. These people turning you into a bullfighter.
Underlay.
Ooh. Oh, did you say underlay?
Underlay.
I think you mean Olay, George.
No, it's underlay.
Underlay is Mexican.
Uh,
Underlay, arriba, arriba. It's Olay, where you swing the cape. What does underlay mean? I need to look that up.
underlay.
Underlay. That's like telling the bull to go faster. What does underlay mean?
Well, Sarah's got no hope. Isn't like if we're thrown in an arena with me, you, Max, and Sarah's just fucked straight up.
I
I've
fear
got
for the
black
bull's
belt. I'm
life.
stealthy. Let's be honest.
It's not.
means-
No, it's not that. It's the fact that you've got red hair.
Oh, true. They like red.
So that
I
ball's
mean-
just gonna go for your ass.
I mean, it's not exactly like comic book red colour, is it?
But it's redder than our hairs.
Like
so-
if I just shave
Yeah.
before I go, I'll be fine. So we don't have to worry about my ginger beard. But
Yeah,
if
your
one of
ginger
us
beard's
gets
probably
really
more ginger than me.
what? No, it's not
then-
ginger. It's
then I'm
copper.
screwed.
I take that back. It's copper.
Copper.
Yes.
I get very sunburnt.
Hmm.
But I'll wear factor 50, so I'll be like a sheet. It's
Is there
fine.
anything higher than factor 50?
50 plus.
I thought there was 75.
Jeez.
Okay, so I looked it up, and Ole is a sort of congratulatory exclamation, and andale means hurry up or let's go.
Underlay. So I was right. That's like get the fuck
No,
out
you're
here.
not. You don't shout hurry up to the bull. as
No,
you
but I
jump out
shout
its
to you
way.
guys when you're trying to get me out. It's like Underlay, get me out of it. Wow.
Arriba, arriba. What the fuck is...
Shall we start to wrap this up?
Yeah, I was about to say this is like the time when I start putting
Yeah,
like
so rambling.
like Spanish music in when I'm editing.
Can we finish with my final quiz on this day?
Oh,
Can
you
we
have
finish with
another
the egg
quiz?
story?
Yeah, we'll finish.
Oh.
Finish with the
Oh,
egg.
yeah.
But
Well,
do the
do
quiz
the
first.
quiz,
Do
then
the
the
quiz,
egg
and then we'll do the
story.
egg story. Quiz
So-
and egg.
As we are like a current sort of events podcast, I decided it's also important to acknowledge events that happened on the day of recording the podcast, but in the past. And so I've got 3 events here, and it's basically I'm going to describe the event. It happened on the 18th of March, and you've got to try and guess the 2 points if you get it. Actually, fuck it, 5 points if you get it bang on.
Oh.
And if you get within 1, I'll give you 2 points. Within 1 year, 2 points. And then within 5 years, either way, it's 1 point.
Okay.
Okay.
I was going to
Cool.
say that's a bit stingy if you go within 3 years. But
Well,
yeah, within
that's the
5,
rules.
I'm happy with those marks.
Yeah, okay.
I feel
So,
like it should be 10 if you get it spot on.
Hey, by the
Oh,
no, 'cause
no
then
cares. Come on.
that's too skewed compared to the rest of the quizzes.
Well,
I
Sarah,
don't-
you don't need these points. I'm on -1.
Yeah, George is so shit.
Yeah, what's the point? Also, you're screwing yourself over, Max, by doing 2 of the quizzes because you
Well-
can never win, though.
I felt like I needed to put in some work for the podcast, so I did just that.
Oh,
To be fair, I think he's
next
done the most
podcast,
work out of all of us.
Jack can do some work.
I'll make
I
a nice
will.
quiz. Don't worry.
Okay, good. Right. So, event number 1. On this day, the 18th of March, Soviet cosmonaut Alexei Leonov left his spacecraft Volskov 2 for a total of 12 minutes, which was the first ever spacewalk by man. What year
I
was
want to
this?
say 83.
83 by George.
Oh, oof. Let's go.
Can
I'm
I-
just gonna pick
can
a
I
random
Google
number.
when-
77.
Wait, can I Google the when the Americans did
No.
it?
Can't Google.
No.
Okay, fuck.
77 by Jack.
Yeah.
Okay, Sarah.
What was that? What did you say?
That's a 77.
What was Jack's guess?
77.
77.
And I was 83.
You were
Mine
83.
was random though.
Oh, so the moon landing was in the 60s, though, wasn't it? Hello?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was
I
thinking.
can't
That's why.
confirm or deny.
We might be way off.
No,
I
can,
think,
can
I
we,
think,
can we
I
change
think
your
it's in the
answers
60s.
now?
No,
No.
no.
Fuck.
I think it's in the 60s because I think the moon landing was like. Or was it early 70s?
It's probably going to be very close to the...
I didn't think
The
it was
moon
as
landing
Yeah,
day.
that's
I
what I
didn't think
was
it was as
thinking.
early as the 60s. That was my thing.
I thought they. Oh, I don't know whether they made attempts in the late 60s and then early 70s or vice versa. So it was definitely when my parents were quite young.
White is on the moon.
I'm going to
My
guess.
dad was born because he
6.
saw it on the radio. He saw it on the TV, and he was born in '64.
This isn't about man being on the moon. This is the first space. Just so.
Yeah,
Oh.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it should be
Yeah.
before then, in theory. I'm going to go 66?
66.
Yeah?
The year that the first spacewalk took place was 1965.
Oh.
Wow.
Sarah gets 2 points. 3 points. 2 points.
I'll take that.
2 points for
one
Sarah
round.
and Jack and George. I don't know what king.
Can I get 1 point? Because I
No.
was second
No,
closest.
you are not within 5 years.
When
You'd said
actually was the moon
1970.
landing? Does anyone know? Was I right?
Was it
Can't remember when it
69?
was. I thought it was 69 or 68, but I wasn't
nice.
sure.
Summer is
Okay, right.
69.
Egg story. Egg
No,
story.
I've got
Egg
2 more. I've got
story.
2
Egg
more.
story. Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
carry on the
2
quiz.
more. Sorry. So, Vladimir Putin
Yeah,
Class.
was elected for his 4th term, which is a 6-year term, as Russian president with 76% of the vote. What year was this? His 4th term in office.
How many terms has he been in?
2018.
Jack says 2018.
No.
Because I think
Right,
that was
Sarah-
a recent
Sarah,
thing
you
that he's
go.
been elected again.
Sarah, you go.
Oh, you just want to hear what I say first?
No, I know what I want to say and what my logic is behind it, but it might give you the answer.
4th term.
Yeah.
He's been in power for ages, though, hasn't he? And I don't know how long the terms are in Russia.
6 years, I said they're 6 years.
Oh, they're 6 years.
Yeah.
No.
So if I don't even, I'm gonna go 2000 and 2010.
2010.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. Here's my
Okay.
logic.
Dunno.
Right. He is currently about to be elected president again in the next month.
Oh.
So that's the recent one. If it's 6 years of every election, then we're going with 2014. Because then that was the last election, and he's putting it in at the minute, so then there's going to be some sort of law which basically means when he leaves power, he doesn't lose all of his power, and that there are other people that are just as powerful as the president, which is more than likely what he's going to end up taking up as
Some
his
kind of
next job.
President Forever bill.
Yeah. Where he has enough as much power as the president. Anyway, so if we're going with the 4th one being his last election, not this one, I'm going to guess say 2014.
That is fancy logic.
That's
So-
long logic.
But it turns out that he's probably on his 6th or 7th.
So
term.
I can tell you, one of you got it absolutely spot on.
No shit.
Oh.
I'm sick.
And that person was Jack,
Yeah.
28.
Oh, well
So
done.
Jack, you get 5 points. George, you
Smugger.
get 2 points. Sarah, you get nothing. So So George, you're off negative figures now, right?
Woohoo, one!
George is on 4 points. No, yeah, 2
Grand
points.
total of 3. I think
1
I'm
point.
6.
Yeah.
No,
Well, you
not
got 5
6.
points for that,
5,
Jack. So you're on 8.
6, 7, yeah, 8.
What am I on? 7.
Sarah, you got 0. You got 3 points for.
Yeah. So 4 plus 3, yeah, 7.
Yeah.
All right.
And okay. So final
Basic
one.
maths, people.
Final one.
Maths.
So
Can this be worth
Neville-
10 points?
no. Neville Chamberlain, or Mr. Appeasement, as I like to call him, former British Prime Minister from May 28th, 1937 to May 10th, 1940, was born on this day. But what was the year he was born?
When what terms was he in power?
He was in power from 1937 to 1940.
12 AD. He's very old.
1890.
He's a British politician.
18. I
have no idea.
1887.
1887.
Wait, no, because I think he's going to be late 40s, early 50s when it went into power. And if it went into
1797.
Is that your final answer, Jack?
Yeah.
power,
1797.
when did he start? When did he start being prime minister?
That's
37, he said.
1937.
37.
37.
Yeah. Jack, you sure you want
Okay,
to do
I'm going to go 90.
1797?
I'm going to go 1894 because I was born in 94.
I'm gonna go. I'll change it to about 1910.
1910. So he was
Yeah.
27 when he was in power.
Yeah.
Okay, you are all catastrophically
I
wrong.
haven't had it yet.
Just
I haven't
forget.
guessed.
Just forget,
Oh wait,
Sarah.
what?
Yeah.
Yes, Sarah,
I'm
guess.
so confused.
You're
So,
already
Sarah,
wrong,
sorry.
Sarah.
Yeah, you're
He
wrong,
can
Sarah.
just predict your answer. It's just a no.
What year, Sarah?
I thought he was quite old because I thought he didn't die long afterwards.
Oh, the shame of his appeasement.
Yeah. But so I'm gonna go
But don't go near any of our answers because he's just said that we were horrifically wrong.
Yeah.
I was gonna go.
17.
I feel like we should get a re-guess now because you sort of gave Sarah a hint.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll give you all a re-guess because I gave it away.
Okay, 1879.
Okay. So George.
1850.
What's the middle of that?
The middle of that is
I can't be bothered.
1874.
No, it'd be earlier, wouldn't it? Because it'd be like 60.
1865.
something. I'm gonna go. I'm
Is
gonna
he
go
a 90s kid?
1870. I'm gonna go 1870.
1870. So
No? Yeah.
he was
Wait, how
born.
old is that? That's 67. That feels way too old.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it.
He
I've
was
said it now.
born in 1869. So it's
Nice. It's
Oh,
nice.
One
but
year
what-
away. Sarah, you get 2 points.
Why can I always get one away and not on it?
Yeah. And Jack and George, you get fuck all. So,
Max
Can
gets
someone make a
2
tally?
points.
so I'm on 4.
You get
I'm
a
doing it
point
now.
for-
So Jack's 8.
You get a point for each quiz you do.
Okay, yeah, I'll
Let's do that.
take a point then.
So I'll be on 6.
I'll be on 3.
3.
I'm
Sarah will
on-
be on. Jack, you said you were on 8.
Yeah,
I was
I'm on
7 plus whatever I got in that last
So
round.
2. You're on 9.
Nine.
Okay.
Sarah's winning.
So scores on the doors. In first place, Sarah with 9. In second place, Jack with 8. Third is me with 6. And in last is George with 3. So yeah, is that it for today's podcast?
We need the egg story.
Yeah, we need the
The
egg
Yeah.
story.
story. Oh, for fuck's sake! I can't even remember how to do the accent.
No, you're not doing the accent for the love of God. Nuts.
George,
Huh?
you made a comment about Chinese people being yellow. He can do the
No, I didn't.
Yeah, no, you did. It was like Winnie the Pooh. I was like,
Winnie
oh,
the
he's
Pooh,
got a red
and he's
shirt for
yellow.
communism.
That-
And George said, and he's yellow.
No, as in like you said the whole communist thing. Oh, it's
Is
communist because
yellow
it's red.
communist thing?
Communism is red and yellow.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
It's just red.
It's red and
It's-
yellow.
it's yellow.
Why do you
You're
think they
thinking
take
the
the piss
yellow
out of
stars on the
McDonald's
flag,
being
yeah.
communist? Because it's red and yellow. I wasn't saying that
McDonald's
Chinese
is the
people are
opposite
red
of
yellow.
communist.
I honestly thought you were making an
No,
Asian joke.
I
Jesus
thought you were
Christ.
making an Asian joke as well.
Well, you might want to cut that from the podcast.
Don't worry, I'm going
That's
to
an
bleep it
Asian
out.
joke.
I'm going to bleep it out, and I'm just going to leave this little bit now. But I'm going to bleep out the word yellow so people don't know what the fuck I'm on about.
Well, that's
Bleep
what I
out the
thought you were
words Winnie the
saying.
Pooh.
God no, if anything gets said like that, call it out. Fuck me. Don't
It's
just let
funny.
mild racism go as...
It was just George being casually racist and
Yeah,
then
I
no one
thought you
picked
were
him
just
up
being
on it.
casually racist. Yeah.
Fuck.
No extra.
And with that, guys, thank you for listening.
Be
Where's the egg?
safe. Wash your hands.
We can
Sing
save the
national
egg for
anthem.
the next
2 verses of
podcast.
national anthem to washing your hands.
Happy
And-
birthday.
And there'll probably
No,
be
it's
more of
national
these,
anthem.
depending on how many people are quarantined.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're just going to see a spike in everyone getting so bored of listening to every other podcast they just resulted to ours.
Yeah, we'll have 1 million subs by the end of the week.
End of the week. That's optimistic.
Month.
And then it will go down to 900 and they won't be unsubscribing. They'll be dying.
Oh my god.
Okay, and that's
that
it.
note.
Bye. Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Until next time.
Yeah.
Wait, who left?
Jack, what the fuck was that last comment?
It's just a really dark joke that came in my head. I just felt the need to share it.
Oh,
1 million
dear.
subs, then 900, then 800. Are we unpopular? No, everyone's just fucking dying of the coronavirus. Oh god, it's terrifying.